Hey everyone, Luke here from Bedford Camera and Video, and we're going to dive into some different ways that you can do skin retouching in Photoshop. There's going to be 3 different tools that we use that are really going to make this process simple for you. So let's go ahead and start. So in this, we're going to have, we have this great photo here of 2 gentlemen on his wedding day, and basically we're going to look at kind of cleaning up a little bit on his face. Now, you don't have to get too crazy with this. I really like to leave a lot of texture, a lot of natural texture. There are some people that will come in and completely blur it out, and I really don't like doing that. But there's 3 different tools that we're going to go through and show how to use them and how they can make your life easier. The first one's going to be your spot healing brush tool. Now, the spot healing brush tool is very simple. It's one of the simplest ways to go about this. If you notice up here on the top right, you can change your size of brush and the hardness of your brush. I usually try to keep my brush as soft as possible, so all the way at 0, and you want to make the size of the brush just larger than the imperfection that you're wanting to get rid of. So now what we're going to do is, if you notice, there's some different spots here that we're going to kind of take care of. You can click, drag, and hold it, or click, hold, and drag it. And right there, you can start going through and really cleaning up any of these small spots that you want to get rid of. Now, you don't have to use this just for skin retouching. This can be utilized for anything. If you're using landscapes, or if you're going through any of course, portraiture or product, anything like that. So like, for example, right here on his coat, there's this little speck of lint. I can go ahead and get rid of that as well. So it makes it a very simple way to go through processing these images. So the next tool that I'm going to show you how to use is going to be the patch tool. The patch tool is very simple to use as well. What you're going to do is you're going to click, hold, and drag your mouse around the area that you want corrected. Now, if you notice, it gives you this zebra striped highlighted area that you've selected. You're going to click in the middle of it, hold that, and then drag to where you want this to be copied. So if you notice, that nice line that came right down his forehead is no longer there. I'm going to do the same thing right here, and as we go through. All right, so you can do this all the way throughout your entire photo. Now, of course, if you're doing this on your own, you're probably going to want to spend a little bit more time being a little more precise in each one of your movements, really getting it where you need it. Now, I do want to show you what can happen though if you use this improperly. So if I try to take this spot out and I say, okay, I'm going to move this over here. Well, if you notice, if I got, since I moved it over to the edge of the hairline, it really kind of made it worse, to be honest. And so it's the same way if you bring it over here onto the eyebrow. What it's doing is it's pulling that color and that texture from where you select. So if you want the best result, you want to pull to an area that is very similar. All right, so the third and last one that I'm going to show you is going to be the clone stamp. Now the clone stamp's right over here, and it's going to be a little more non-forgiving. It can be a little tricky. So what I'm going to do is, to get the clone stamp to work properly, you'll have to hold your Alt key on your keyboard, and you'll get this crosshatch icon. And what you'll do is you're going to click from the source that you want to copy from. So right now, it's going to pull any information from the source that I clicked on to where my new cursor is. So for example, if I click here and I come down to try to do this, it will copy the information straight across as I move. Now, of course, that didn't look very good because it pulled from 2 different skin tones. So you really want to try to use the clone stamp in a tighter area. Now, something that is really pretty easy to do though is use a combination of these tools. So for example, on this, I've got the spots gone that I want rid of, but it does have this weird kind of skin tone difference now. So instead of continuing to use that clone stamp, I'm going to go back to my patch tool, and I'm going to circle the spot that is a little uneven. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it to an area that is a lot more even. So now what that did was really smooth out all of those variations in the skin tone. And you can continue to do this throughout the entire image, however you see fit. Now, like I said, you're going to want to come in and be a little more exact in all of your movements. But for the most part, those are 3 really easy ways to get some really nice skin corrections, as well as making sure all your skin tones are where they need to be. And there you go. There's 3 techniques that you can use when you're retouching your portraits or landscapes, products, anything that you're retouching. Now, each one of these tools, they're not perfect, so you'll be able to use these in combination with each other to get the best result. So if you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe to our channel, and my name's Luke from Bedford Camera and Video, and we'll catch you next time.